Ah, Europe. One of my favorite cities because you could be chilling in the canals in Venice, Italy, then take a short flight to the other canals in Amsterdam and reach King's Landing by dinner time. Our final leg of our European adventure starts in the capital of northern Italy, Venice. Most of us know it as the floating city and Venetian masks with 118 islands and 150 canals. And while Venice is one of the world's most picturesque cities, it is crowded. With like over 20 million tourists visiting each year crowded, the main streets are swamped and packed like nothing I'd ever seen. I visited Venice over 12 years ago and it was nothing like how stacked it is now. But alas, you must do. Number 1, get up early to see St. Mark's Square. When we went first thing in the morning, the square was practically empty, which is almost impossible to happen. Now, of course, you're going to want to go see those touristy places, but I highly suggest getting lost on the off-beaten paths. My advice is avoid the touristy areas. We ended up in some of the lesser-known streets of the city where we were often the only ones there to really enjoy it. Otherwise, you're going to be bumping sweaty shoulders with strangers all day. Venice is known for their small plates, which I'd say are 99% consistent of seafood. So if you're not a huge fish person, you'll probably be living off of sherbet and gelato the entire time you're there, as these shops are not hard to find. Cute. Very cute. Amsterdam is my favorite city in the world. It feels like the canals of Venice meets the city energy of London with the cleanliness of a Swedish town. We stayed at the Anders in Amsterdam, which rents out bikes to its guests and has the most beautiful grounds of any hotel I've ever seen. And you must, and I mean must, rent out a Mokum boat. And it just so happened to be my birthday on this day.
You need to sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kelsey.
Yeah.
Thank you, friends. I highly recommend bringing a cheese board and some snacky snacks to enjoy, as you could spend hours wandering around and just seeing the touristy sights from the water instead of standing in lines on the streets. Don't forget to bring a jacket with you because Amsterdam weather can change in a moment's notice. Americans seriously don't know squat about how good a stroopwafel can be, since we are plagued with those dry cracker ones from the airplanes. Stroopwafel was invented here in the Netherlands, which contains of a wafer waffle made in 2 thin layers of dough, joined by caramel filling, and add as many toppings as you'd like. Our final stop was none other than King's frickin' Landing, aka Dubrovnik, Croatia, aka the place where Cersei and the Lannisters lived. The old town in Dubrovnik is the red-roofed city with tons of old castles and churches that look just like the show. We opted to stay just off of the old city on the coast in a hotel. First impressions of Dubrovnik?
Very cool.
Better than Venice?
Yeah.
Whoa, shots fired. This is so pretty. I haven't been here in 10 years, but I do remember it being so pretty that I wish we had had more time. Because we came on a cruise ship, which is bad for the environment and like very bad. Just in general, don't go on cruises. But now, we're here for a couple days. Cat number 3 we've seen. The cat whisperer. Success. I swear to God, cats like this are like an unusual amount. My own cats. And he's done. Quick pets. Are you gonna try? Yep. Try and gain their friendships? Alright. The American approaches the wild felines. Number 4 and 5. Will they befriend him? Yes, he gets a pet. Number 6 Can he do it? Oh, yes, a little hesitation from the ears, but we like to see it. Nice job. Thanks. Is it breakfast time?
She's old.
She's old?
Yes. 13, 14.
No, she looks so young. Look at here they come. For a small fee, you can walk the entirety of the walls of the city. I highly suggest stopping off at the various staircases and getting lost in those little shops, and hopefully one of those shops will be another little gelato shop. We're just walking along the castle wall. We don't know where it goes. But we are in adventure mode, right? I spotted another moose. Run! One of the cooler spots I've ever been able to shake my butt to was in the Club Revlin inside the old city. To stay safe, the club checks vaccination cards, and the entire club is situated outside in the open air. We also stayed at a table upstairs, away from the crowd, which had the coolest views of the entire city. And then everyone walks to this pier at the end of the night to hang out. It's just very cool and cozy.
The witchy walk.
That's right, rent another boat for less than $40 a person. You can rent a tiny speedboat with a skipper to take you around the 3 most famous caves. There's the Blue Cave, the Emerald Cave, and another color cave that I can't remember the name of. Point is, you're going to have a blast hanging with pals, cruising the water, jumping in, and snorkeling around on your last day in paradise.
You tried, babe. Good job. Candace is about it now. Gives it a minute to cat club.
With our hearts full and bellies full too, let's be honest, we made our way back to LA, but I'm already planning my next trip back. Maybe spend a summer in Amsterdam. Who knows? Let me know where you plan on going safely next.